I'm here with Rabbi Benzion Klatzko. We've just completed our podcast interview, and he's going to show us around his fantastic Shabbos dining room.
Okay, so we begin with the table. This is one table that was made with 4 quadrants, and when it's small like this, it holds 32. It opens up, it could hold 62 or even 64. And then opens widthwise, opens lengthwise, and very often we'll add tables to the end of this if we have more than that amount of people, so we'll add a few tables at the end. Over here, this curtain is for the Ezras Nashim, because this place becomes a shul before we eat. This is the shul. This curtain comes from the grave of Rabbi Meir Balanes. Rabbi Meir Balanes from Tiberia, Rabbi Meir, the miracle worker, and this was draped over his tombstone, and then recently they remodeled his tombstone, so we bought this from them, and now it hangs, and every great rabbi and every great tzaddik has touched this in the past 70 or 80 years. So that's that. You see a lot of art in the room, and the art is there to give this home a very distinct Jewish feel. There's, of course, the Kriyas Yamsuf. There's art wherever you go. This is the bima. It's where we read the Torah. It wheels out to the middle of the room. And it also is where the Chazan stands. And the cover of this is also from a grave, and this is from the grave of the Ramchal, Rav Moshe Chaim Luzzatto, from Derech Hashem and Mesilas Yesharim, very famous Italian rabbi, and this is from his grave, also in Tiberias in Tiberia. This is an Aron Kodesh. This is a holy ark. It's about 100 years old. There's a very famous story connected to this ark and the Torahs that are inside. One can Google Klatzko Torah, and you'll be able to see that story online. It's a long story, but this is that ark. It's about 100 years old. There's 2 Torahs in it. One is 200 years old. One's 300. And upstairs we have pieces of an 800-year-old Torah. Over here, this is a pointer. We don't use this pointer usually, only during sad times of the year. This pointer, of course, comes from Auschwitz, and it was used to be electrified, and if a person would touch this, they would perish. And we have this over here for the sad times. We use this to point to the Torah. And on top, this is the cornerstone of the gas chamber and crematorium in Auschwitz. And we keep this on top. Number one, it's heard Shema Yisrael about 500,000 times, men, women, and children. So it is seeped with the prayers of the Jewish people. And we have it where the Jewish people pray in our room, so that if the Almighty says, look, I would listen to your prayer, but look at all the negative things you've done, we could point to this stone and we could say, as we say in Hebrew, and even though we've been through a Holocaust, we haven't forgotten your name. No, tishkachenu, don't forget us either. So I keep this over here. This is, of course, a piano. It's not just a regular piano. It's a famous piano. This piano is seen all around the world every Havdalah, that is played by all sorts of different musicians have come here. Gad Elbaz and Barry Weber and many others, Penny Schachter, they've come to play this piano. And especially during Havdalah, we live stream it and it goes across the world. And this piano, together with a violin, some guitars, some percussion instruments, a flute, different instruments play each week, and that takes place over here in that corner. And if you want to see just one last interesting piece of art, this painting is the 4 sons of the Haggadah from Pesach. The wise son, the wicked son, the simple son, and the one who does not know how to ask. And really, they're just like our children. We have to pray for them. We have to respect them, and we have to love them in a way that they feel loved. And that's what this room is. And hopefully when a person comes in, they feel Kedusha, they feel the holiness and the holy events that have taken place in this room, different weddings that have happened here, bar mitzvahs. Very often we have bar mitzvahs over here. People who were older and never had a bar mitzvah, they'll come here to have their bar mitzvah. And that is the Klatzko dining room.
Thank you.